beautiful girl I'd ever seen before. Sea green eyes and long blonde hair, cool smooth smile and didn't have a care. I don't know why, but she walked my way. I was scared to death, but I was ready to play. Love at first sight sets the spirit free. I felt the dark clouds part, I heard the angels sing. My heart caught fire and my soul can fly. That's when I knew I had to make her mine. 2 days passed before I made that call. I was hoping for the best, but I was ready to fall. At 3 a.m. we were still on that phone. We both agreed that we were tired of being alone. Our first date led to our first kiss. I closed my eyes and tasted her sweet lips. Love's first touch sets the spirit free. I felt the dark clouds part, I heard the angels sing. My heart caught fire and my soul can fly. That's when I knew I had to make her mine. Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Mickey, and this is Mickey in the Middle, the quintessential show for Middle Americans, where all Middle Americans are welcome. Doesn't matter where you've been, where you're going. Just matters that you're here right now and that you consider yourself a Middle American. We believe in the American dream around here, and what makes the American dream possible is Americans and the Constitution of the United States of America, because our founders have declared in written form and written format that all men are created equal with certain unalienable rights, and definitely believe that. And I just wanted to say right off the bat that we're worried about the people in the middle, and we're what I'm talking about is middle Americans. I'm not talking about middle politically. There is no middle politically. People are on the left on some things, they're on the right on some things. They are more enthusiastic about some things and less enthusiastic about other things. Everybody should not be on a side. Everybody should be in the middle, and we should elect our politicians based on how they view the world. What's their philosophy? Now, some people's philosophy is, hey, look here, we're all in this together, and then we need to be a community, and all the decisions need to be based on that, and that we need to take over the production and the distribution. And when I say we need to take over, that means that somebody is going to convince you that you need to give up your say so that they have all the say about the production of the world and what is going to be produced, and then the distribution of stuff. You know, I want you to think about something real quick. Individual freedom means that you're free to do your thing. But if it's a collective, then you have to do things according to the community. Now, we have laws, and the laws overlap, right? So you have to have freedom and you have to have society. But the simple fact of the matter is that we should all have as much freedom as we can possibly stand, so that the government is not intruding into our lives. So when you elect a politician, that's where Mickey in the Middle came from. Mickey in the Middle is like, hey, look here, man. I'm all for taking care of the poor and the infirmed and the old, and making sure that kids are fed and that we are safe. I'm all for that stuff, but I'm also for maximizing freedom, meaning that I get to make whatever I want. I get to buy whatever I want. I get to go wherever I want. I get to associate with whoever I want to. I get to worship however I want to. I can write anything down I want. I can say anything that I want to. I can defend myself any way that I want to. I get the government to stay out of my stuff because I am not a sheep. I'm not a sheep. The other day, somebody was saying, I saw somebody throwing a bunch of fish in a pond. It was online. And they were going, oh, look at the school of those little fish. And they're schooling for protection. Have you ever seen a bait ball in the ocean? Have you ever seen a bait ball in the ocean where all the little fish get together and then they make a great big huge bait ball? Sometimes there's millions and millions and millions of these fish, and they all get together and they think that they're safe. But what happens? Predators come and they start picking off the ones on the outside. And they go, oh, yeah. So they pick off the few on the outside, but the ones in the middle are safe. No, the hell they're not. Because as soon as the predators find them, they signal every other predator, and all the predators come and they eat every single last fish, that every little single tiny bait fish, all of the schooling fish. They don't let any of them live. None of them are safe. And the crazy thing about that is our scientists are convincing people that living in large groups is safer than living independently. Just imagine if you have 1 million fish spread out over billions and billions and gallons, trillions of gallons of water. If all of those little bait fish weren't all stuck together, making themselves so obvious to the world, if you spread those million fish out in billions of gallons of water, wouldn't they all be safer? Because then the predators would have to go find them one by one and go, oh, there's a fish. I'm going to go get it. So don't tell me that society is better or that it's more advantageous than living on our own. I get along with my neighbors just fine. Some of them like me. Some of them I get along wonderfully with. Other neighbors may not like me. I think I'm right, but I don't know. All I know is I live in an area with a property owners association, and they set the rules. They set some rules for the neighborhood, but they can't tell me what I can say. They can't tell me how I can worship. They can't tell me who I can associate with. They can't tell me how I can defend myself. They can't tell me that they can come in and look at my house. They can't tell me that I don't have any constitutional rights. They don't have those rights. Property owners association is an agreement or contract signed between like-minded property owners where they hold one property to a standard, but they don't have all enforcing capabilities. And that's what your government wants to do to you. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the government is spying on you. And some people in the government think that they're your babysitter and that they know better than you and that they're supposed to tell you how you live your life. Well, I'm here to tell you right now, those government officials can kiss my ass because I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want anybody setting any more rules. We got plenty of rules. They've had 250 years worth of writing freaking rules for us. At the city, at the county, at the state, at the federal level. If they ain't got the rules down yet, what the hell are they doing up there? Except wasting my money and wasting my time. All right, so let's do the show. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. All right, so this is the most important document that we have right here. We, the people of the United States of America. I love that document right there. How many people are you sharing the world with? You are sharing the world with 8,296,843,382 people. How about that? And we are $39,206,000,000,000 in debt. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely crazy. So, Don Ledger, hello. Logan Calcaterra, how are you guys doing? I'm glad that everybody's here tonight. Sorry I got a false start. What happened was I fired up the program and all of a sudden my ears started ringing and the microphone blanked out on me and it was an unstable connection, so I had to go and do it again. And Microsoft updated my computer, which means there's a whole bunch of programs that are now screwed up. So that's good. Microsoft, if you're listening to this, can you leave my computer alone? I greatly appreciate the updates, but stop, right? Microsoft, Word and PowerPoint and Excel, they're great. Stop messing with them. All right. So tonight I said, hey, the government is not your babysitter. The government is not your babysitter, but they're watching you. And when I say they're watching you, they're saying that they're doing it for safety's sake. Now, some people have heard me complain about flock cameras. Flock cameras is by Flock Safety. It's a private organization. It's a private safety company that originally started monitoring different businesses. And then one day somebody had the bright idea and going, hey, you know what? We have the technology where we can read every single license plate. We can do facial recognition. We can do all kinds of stuff because we have these cameras and we have AI technology, and we can take computers and public records and we can match them with license plates and license plate readers, and we can match them with AI technology, and we can watch everybody. What? So many police departments, many counties, many states have said, hey, you know what? It's a good idea to be able to have this technology under the guise of safety. Because we have, how many people are in the United States? Population clock. All right, here we go. Let's go to the population clock. So there's 8 billion people in the world. And in the United States of America, there's 348 million. So 349 million people in the United States of America. Why is that important? The first thing I would like to say is why that important is how many of those 850 million people are breaking the law? How many of them are breaking the law all the time? We know what the statistics are. It's a very small population. I'm not talking about speeding. I'm talking about how many of those people are breaking the law. And they go, well, if somebody breaks the law or if a murderer is on the loose, you want the police to find them as quickly as possible. Yes, I want them to find them as quickly as possible without spying on me every single freaking day. Did you know that every single time I drive into Cabot on 2 different roads, they take a picture of me and my license plate? Just to make sure that in case I'm breaking the law, they can find me. What? What was that? Just in case I'm breaking the law, they can find me. Just in case you're breaking the law. Would you let somebody have access to a camera in your house just in case you were breaking any laws or breaking laws that you may or may not know of? Let's say that there's a law on fireplaces. There's lots of laws on fireplaces about whether you have the screens or whether you don't have the screens, about what the flue is, about whether it's carbon monoxide safe and everything, right? So is it okay for them to put a camera in your house to check your fireplace? There are places in the United States of America where how you store your gun is a criminal offense if you do it wrong. You have to have it unloaded. You have to have the ammunition and the gun in separate places. You have to have it locked at all times. So if you have a gun and you're cleaning your gun and you go to the bathroom, you're not watching your gun. You're breaking the law because it's not locked up. Would you like the government to be having a camera in your house to watch you all the time just to make sure that you're not breaking any laws? Isn't that some bullshit? Right? What about if somebody comes home drunk and they accidentally hit you? And then somebody goes, oh, you hurt me. And then they go, oh, look, well, we got it on camera. We're going to take him to court. They don't know what happened. All they saw was a camera. They did that. And all of a sudden now somebody's going to jail. So this is what I'm talking about, the government watching you. They already watch you enough. They watch you all the time. And what brought this up was two things. Number one, flock cameras. Now, I want to read you something about flock safety. I'm not going to disparage them because I don't want to have a liability suit or a libel suit, and I don't want to disparage them in any way. So this is what DuckDuckGo Assistant AI Research says. Flock cameras are after the company Flock Safety, which was founded to provide security solutions, including automated license plate readers and surveillance cameras. The name reflects the company's focus on community safety and collaboration among neighbors, neighborhoods, and law enforcement. The origins of the name Flock Camera. Flock cameras are named after the company, which was to enhance community safety through innovation and security solutions. It's the company's mission to foster collaboration among neighborhoods and law enforcement. The term flock suggests gathering or community, reflects the company's emphasis on collective safety. How about if you let me worry about my own damn safety? I got the police department and I got my guns. I might have guns. They might have fallen in a river. They might have fallen in a river. I'm not really sure. But here's what the deal is. The government's not your babysitter. Why in the hell are they watching you? Don't they hire babysitters to watch children at all times? Community safety. Are they responsible for your safety? Or are you responsible for your safety? Here's what that you are responsible for your safety and that the police are a reactive force. But if they start watching you all the time, people break the law all the time, intentionally or unintentionally, and if you are being watched all of the damn time, whether it's jaywalking, whether it is speeding, whether it is illegal lane changes, whether it is you accidentally did something to somebody, you scratched somebody's car, you didn't think it was that big of a deal, the car was a mess anyway, right? So should you report that? Yeah, you should report it. But here's what the deal is. Are you going to all the time? And is it up to the standard that you or somebody else would consider legal or illegal? But what if you want to be naked? So it doesn't even have to do with legality. What happens if you want to be naked? Are you comfortable with the government looking at you all of the time? Right? So you're in a car and the government has come up with a stupid thing that says that every single automobile manufacturer in the United States in the year 2025 or 26 has to put a camera in your car that watches the physical characteristics and physical actions of a driver, and they have a kill switch that will be mandated to be used in all future cars. So they're going to watch you. And if you get drowsy, they're going to shut off your car. If they think you're inebriated, they're going to shut off your car. They're going to watch you all the time. But what happens if you're there and you're in your car and you want to nurse a baby? Are you comfortable getting naked in front of the government? What happens if you spill something on yourself? I've changed clothes in my car. And you're going to tell me that the government's going to have a camera watching me? Who's going to monitor that? Is that going to be AI? Is it going to be some kind of security company? Is it going to just be somebody who's being paid minimum wage to watch a camera that's going to be able to determine this? How do they know whether the technology is going to work or not? How do they know they're going to be able to shut off your car? I can start my truck right now. All I have to do is tell my phone, start my truck, and it will do that. I can also tell my truck to shut it off. I can call somebody at Ford and I can have them unlock my truck. What makes you think that the people at Ford or the United States government wouldn't go to Ford or Chrysler or Dodge or Chevy, these other companies that are operating in the United States, Saab, Volvo, Mercedes, BMW, whoever, and say, hey, look here, we want to look at your cameras. We're looking for somebody. They own this vehicle. So let's take a look at them. Because here's the thing, in the United States of Amendment, the amendment that says number 4, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, paper, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affidavit, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. That means that they can't be watching you. Your government officials just declared that they can legally watch you without going to the amendment, which goes to the people to be approved. And it has to be approved by 75% of the states. And they just came up with a law that says that they can watch you whenever the hell they want. That is constitutionally not sound and bullshit. That's what the automobile manufacturers. I'm going to go back to Flock cameras for just a second. So Flock, I said, company that is working in association, that is working in association with the police departments, which are a government entity. Now, if the government cannot hire, courts have found, I'm pretty sure the courts have found, that the government cannot hire private companies to do their work for you and to violate your constitutional rights. So they're not allowed to hire a third party in order to surveil you. They're not allowed to hire a third party to go through your house. They're not allowed to hire a third party to violate any of your rights that are in the Constitution of the United States and the amendments. The courts have already found that. So why in the hell is Flock being allowed to work with government agencies to surveil you every single day? It's bullshit. Now, Flock works with private companies too. Like if you have a tattoo shop and they have Flock cameras on the front of their thing, I'm not talking about that. But I am talking about if somebody is in one of those businesses and they want to look at the cameras, it's up to Flock and that person whether they get to look at the cameras or not. Why is it up to Flock? Why is it up to Flock Safety? Because I believe that I should be able to just put cameras everywhere. I should be able to put a camera on the street outside of your house and just watch your house. If I want to park a drone 1,000 feet above your house and just watch your yard all day long, how come I can't do that? How come I just can't float a balloon above your house and just watch you all day? Because that's what the government's doing. The government's now in your cars. The government is now in these Flock safety cameras. And it might not only be Flock, it might be other companies that we don't even know about. My point about this is the government's not your babysitter, and they're not supposed to be watching you 24 hours a day because it says that you're supposed to be secure in person, in your papers, to be secure in the papers and effects. I believe cars in effect against unreasonable searches and seizures. Unreasonable searches, if they're looking at you all the damn time, isn't that a search? It's a search. And all of you people that are like, it's for safety, screw you. Listen, you're responsible for you. As a member of the public, as a member of our citizenry, my job is not to keep you safe. It's not even the police's job to keep you safe. Did you know that? Did you know cop's job to keep you safe? I'm going to repeat that. And you're going to have to share this show with everybody. I'm going to make this a viral clip. It's not the cop's job to keep you safe. That's your job. And when I say that, let me give you an example. You have been threatened by a bully across town. You make a police report. The police, awesome. We have made a police report. We go and we talk to the other individual, and there's no evidence that that person threatened you other than I'm going to beat your ass and I might kill you. Nobody heard it. Nobody saw it. He said it. You heard it, and you go to the cops. And then you go to the police, and they say, well, we can't do anything about that. We don't really have any proof. Even if they do arrest a person, it goes to attorney general. Attorney general, the prosecuting attorney for the city or the state or the county or the federal government just goes, hey, you know what? There's not enough here. We got to release this person within 72 hours so that they can go beat you up. But you go, hey, you know what? I'm scared. I understand that you can't arrest that person. Will you come and protect me? The cops are going to be like, no, we can't do anything to protect you. We're not going to put a cop outside of your house. We're not going to protect you 4 hours a day. We don't have that manpower. The government's job is not to you. A court can find, if you go to the court system and you go, hey, this person is threatening me. I have texts, I have emails, I have verbal recordings that this person is threatening me. The prosecuting and attorneys and the cops are not doing anything. I need a restraint order from that person. You hear a lot about this in divorces and with kids. And they go, hey, look here, the mom or the dad are saying that the mom or the dad is going to be threatening. Therefore, they need a restraining order because they have it on good faith that a judge can issue a restraining order. Do you know what happens if the person violates the restraining order? The cops will only arrest them if the person violates a court. So if you get a restraining order that says so somebody can't come within 100 feet of you, they come over and they grab you by the neck and they go, hey, you can complain to the cop, but the cops aren't going to protect you from that. The cops are retroactive. If the person breaks the restraining order and if the person beats you up, they can't stop him from beating you up. They can only arrest him after he beats you up and after he breaks a restraining order. Nobody's coming to guard your house. That's the job of the police. So if it's not the job of police to protect you, and they're not allowed to search you, and they're not allowed to seize your stuff or go through this stuff without going through proper court things, whose job is it to protect you? Whose job is it to take care of you? Whose job? Do you want them searching you and seizing you and going through all of your stuff? Your job is to protect yourself. It's watching you through flock safety and now through these car things. It's absolutely ridiculous that we have to put up with government. So when you elect somebody into your local politics, like the city council or for your mayor or for the county boards or for the justices of the peace or the county judge or your state senators or your state representatives or the federal president, the congressmen and women and the senators, you better make sure that those people think about freedom before they enslave you and make you a flock of sheep. Flocks of sheep do not protect themselves. Have guard dogs in order to keep the wolves at bay. And when the government becomes the wolves because they're watching you all the time and they're going to try to pick you off one at a time, you have got to stand up for yourself. You got to be an individual. You cannot vote for people that are going to put you under a microscope and possibly prosecute you in the future just because they want to watch everybody for their safety. Screw them. That's not how we're set up. We're not set up for this type of BS. I'm going to watch you all day long so I can bust you whenever I want. Surveillance. You're supposed to be responsible for your own safety, and the government's supposed to be out of your business and out of your freedom. Hey, Carolyn Gregg Ledger. How you doing? Glad to see you. This is important. Like, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe. Listen, this has been me. Don't let me get you down. We live in the greatest country in the world, even though we have a bunch of screwed up government. I might have to go get elected to Congress so that I can undo all these damn stupid laws that they're making. Because they don't understand what the Constitution of the United States and the amendments mean. Therefore, they're violating our Constitution. It's a connection, but hopefully we'll be back. All right. You guys be good. This has been Mickey in the Middle. Quintessential show for all middle Americans are welcome. Remember, most Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Central. You be good. Take care. Love you. Bye.